Most people moving to this area pick the wrong city, not because it's bad, but because it doesn't fit how they actually live. Instead of asking which area is best, the better question is, how do you choose the right one for you? When people are choosing where to live in the Phoenix West Valley near Luke Air Force Base, areas like Goodyear, Surprise, Avondale, Buckeye, Waddell, and Litchfield Park, they're usually making trade-offs in commute, cost, and lifestyle. The right decision on where to live shouldn't come from just one of those, but instead a balance based on the best for your day-to-day life. If your priority is minimizing your commute to Luke Air Force Base, certain areas of Surprise, Avondale, Litchfield Park, and Goodyear are usually where we start. Litchfield Park in particular is one of the closest established areas with quick access to base and a more residential, slower-paced feel. Goodyear is very manageable depending on the neighborhood, especially in the central and northern sections. Surprise becomes more location specific. Some areas are comparable to Goodyear, while others push that drive out more than people expect. Avondale is also location specific from the commute standpoint, and a place many people PCSing in or relocating to the area don't know about is Waddell. Waddell is interesting. It sits just west of the base and can offer a relatively easy commute. It is mostly only residential and less built up, but has beautiful views and close proximity to outdoor activities. Buckeye is typically where you'll feel the commute the most, especially if you're further west or south in newer construction communities. But Buckeye is growing quickly and offers some of the best appreciation potential in the country while still providing more affordable pricing than other areas in many cases. If your focus is getting more house for your money over convenience, some of these areas definitely stand out. In northern Surprise and many parts of Buckeye, you'll typically find larger homes at similar prices to smaller ones in other areas, many newer builds to compare incentives against resale value, and more negotiation flexibility in balanced market demand cycles. But that comes with trade-offs in commute and, in some cases, how easy it is to get to shopping, dining, and entertainment. Overall, there's no one clear standout like you may find in other places. Here, while price can vary, where to live usually comes back to one thing: personal preference and the trade-offs that will make you the most comfortable over time. So who is likely to prefer where? This question helps cut through some of the noise. Goodyear, Surprise, and Litchfield Park tend to attract people who value convenience, but even within those, it varies quite a bit. North Goodyear and South Surprise are usually where people land if they want strong access to shopping, restaurants, and newer communities without feeling too far out, and they're willing to pay for that convenience. Litchfield Park is a little different, more established, quieter with tree-lined streets and golf course communities, so it tends to appeal to people who want a more residential, slower-paced environment while still staying close to base. South Goodyear shifts a bit. You'll still have access to shopping, but you also start to get more open space, mountain views, and things like hiking and off-road access. The trade-off is typically a longer commute. North Surprise is growing quickly with a lot of newer homes, often at a lower price point than areas closer in, but the immediate amenities aren't quite as built out yet. Waddell tends to attract people who want more space, more access to outdoor activities, a quieter feel, while still keeping a relatively manageable commute in certain areas. Avondale is more practical and central. It usually works best for people who need to stay in the West Valley but want to be closer to the city overall. And then Buckeye is still in that growth phase. You're getting newer homes and more expansion, but you're trading some day-to-day convenience while the area continues to build out. Something you'll also see in the newer parts of Surprise and Buckeye in particular are a lot of newer schools coming in with the growth, so more education choices for families. So instead of asking which area is best, the better question is, what do I want for my day-to-day life? What matters most? A shorter commute, more space, newer construction, a more established feel? Because once you're clear on that, the right area usually becomes obvious. Where most people run into issues is either ignoring one of these factors completely or trying to force all three to work at the same time. And this is usually where the decision leaves them feeling stuck later. If you want a deeper breakdown of each of these areas, including real commute expectations, price ranges, housing details, and more on how to think through your situation, save this. I've put together a full guide on our site to help your planning. It's linked below. At Calzico, we help you work through this so you're making a decision that actually fits your situation. When you're ready to look into making a move, we are here to help you map out what makes the most sense for your situation.